Inspire with Nendrix, the foundation.
Hey, Embracing Arms community. This is Your Best Life with Dr. Danielle Hairston, and I'm bringing you another 5-minute quickie today. I hope you've had a wonderful few days since the last time I uploaded a video, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about politics in the workplace. Here's the thing. Like, I know that many of you work in various sectors across different disciplines. When you're registering for my workshops and I ask you about your title, things like that, like I can see the different titles, the different organizations that you're a part of, the different disciplines that you're involved with. And I know that it's really, really hard for you not to engage in conversations related to politics. Now, here's the thing. I do not support having debate conversations in the workplace around candidates. That's not cool. And it's not cool for many organizations, and it's probably frowned upon. But I will say that there are certain things connected to politics that you can't ignore, like policy. And when we have new candidates elected, rather they are local, state, county, federal, whatever it is, that we have to be really conscious of their policies and the things that they support. And when they are elected to lead our state, our counties, our country, we really need to start looking at their policies and looking at their transition pages so that we know exactly what they are going to be supporting, what they're not going to be supporting, and how does it all align with our work. In the work that I do with the institution that I work for full time, it is definitely connected with policy. We get a lot of federal funding, a lot of state funding, and that money is really associated with the leadership's desires for their community. And so we have a politician that's elected to these higher positions that are holding tight to purse strings that could have an impact on our work. We can't avoid having that conversation. So I ran into a conversation a couple of weeks ago about me in my reports, my monthly reports, sharing some, excuse my glove, I cut my finger, oh, bad finger. So I had to cover my hands so I can wash my dishes, but sharing a report that included our president-elect transition page. It was hot off the press, and there was a lot of content in there that was aligned with our work. And so it was important for me to share that with my colleagues so they can start thinking about emerging opportunities and innovative ideas for doing our work, and what we can do and how we can maneuver so we can get the funding that we need to sustain some of our projects and to grow some of our projects. And so it was really important for me to include that information, and then as well as the acceptance speech of the president and the vice president-elect, who did a little bit of deep dive into their vision for our country. And so there was a little bit of backlash because of that. I did not follow it up with a message, a statement, anything that's in support. And in fact, if you just looked at it, you would not know if I was for or against, any of those candidates. It was just important information for us to pay attention to. And it didn't matter for me what candidate, made it and won this wonderful opportunity. I would have still shared that information because it has an impact on the way we do our work. So yeah, I got a little backlash from a very little, not a lot. And you know, my feedback, I received it. I received the message, but my feedback was that it wasn't in no intention. There was no intention behind pushing a political agenda, advocating for any particular politician, or even having a conversation about politics. It was about policy and funding opportunity and us being edified and aware and knowledgeable and informed about what could have a major impact on the ability to do our work. So I'm sharing this 5-minute quickie just to tell you that you can't escape it. You cannot escape it. These things are connected to our work. And you have to find a way to engage in the conversation around, you know, who's leading our state, our counties in our country, and what policies that they support and what policies you feel that they're going to implement that could have a long-lasting impact on your work. And there is a professional way to do it without mixing these things. The same way that some organization mix religion and state, church and state, and you know, praying over meals and having clergy open up our conferences, and you know, these are institutions, and you know, we do that. But as soon as we start having a conversation about policy and politics, now it's like, you know, it's this crazy phenom. So I just wanted to share that and let you know, don't be afraid to have those conversations. It's important, and if you are working in the capacity that I'm working in, it has a major long-term impact on the way we are and can do our work. Have the conversation, and you can respectfully have the conversation without pushing an agenda. And that's something that we're going to be talking a little bit more about at embracingarms.com. If you join us on that website, there will be some workshops that will be posted in the year 2021 for you to participate in. How do you bring politics to the workplace respectfully? So anyway, 5-minute quickie. If you have a comment about it, maybe you want to push back on this and have some ideas of how you bring that to the table with your colleagues, please comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll talk to you again soon. Continue to go in the community and embrace someone there waiting on you, and live your absolute best life.
My Lacasa boy, this is my residence. My prescription boy, this is my medicine. The world can be sickening and living in house resemblance. Not to mention the media's effort to keep us in the most simplistic state of mind. Lowest age bracket committing the highest rate of crime.